Let your legs extend. And we're going to start by taking some big deep breaths here in Shavasana. So you're trying to breathe in and out through the nose. You're noticing if there's any tension. Do that scan of your body. And then soften, let go. Okay, let's start with small movements in the hands and in the feet. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Make a fist and then spread your hands. And then circle out your wrists and your ankles. Move them around in every direction. Okay, let's windshield wiper the thighs. So bend your knees, feet flat, feet wide. Swing the legs over to one side and slowly drop them to the other side. Just get your lower back into this. Feel this through your hips. Move slowly. If it feels tighter to one side, hold that side. Hold it a little bit longer. Take a big deep breath. Okay, we're going to take hold of our knees. Get the thighs to come in towards the stomach. Keep your head on the mat and draw the chin in, like you're reaching the back of the neck towards the floor. And then rock from side to side. Just massage the lower back. It should just feel really good as you roll from side to side here. Okay, we'll stretch the legs up towards the ceiling. And you're going to walk them out. And you're really just noticing here if you can fully straighten. Drive through the heel, flex at the ankle, pull down the toes. If you have a lot of mobility and you want to lock out both of the legs and then play with externally rotating your feet, your toes. So I've got my heels pushing together, calves pushing together, and then I'm just externally rotating. So you have the Mary Poppins feet. And if that just feels super tight, stick with this. Stick with the one leg straight, one leg bent. Okay, nice job. Now we're going to bring the feet back down. Knees are going to stay bent. I want you to work on the transverse abdominis. So that's when you pull your belly button in and you push your lower back into the floor. You engage deep core and then you release it. You feel that little arch in the lower back and then you repeat it. So let's do 6 of these. We're going to push that low back down, contract, release. Push down, release. Push the low back for 3, release it. It's a very small action, 4, but it's super intense. 5, release, and push that lower back. Now keep it down, bring your feet to touch. Open your left knee out to the side. Keep the lower back connected. And we're going to bring this left knee up and down. Okay, so drop it down again. Keep the low back down. 3. Drop that left knee. 4. 5. As you drop this left knee down, outward, hold it like this. Bring your right hand behind your head. Keep the lower back down. We're going to lift the chest up and we're going to twist so this right elbow is coming towards that left knee. And we're going to do 6 like this. So the low back is down, the left knee is out, and we are crunching with a twist. 3 and 4. Move slow. 5 and 6. Very good. Put your head back down. Bring your knees together. You can release that low back for a moment. Reset it. Belly button in, low back down. Drop your right knee out to the side for 1. Bring it back. And 2. And 3. Keep the low back down the whole time. 4. 5. And when you drop it down for 6, we're holding it. We're supporting the back of the head with that left hand. We're gonna lift, crunch, twist left elbow towards right knee. Keep right knee open. 1, 2, move slowly. 3, keep pulling the belly button in. 4, 5, and 6. Okay, nice job. We're not done yet. We're going to try these eagle legs. Bring the legs up. Open the legs wide so we come into that split. And then as you bring your legs together, cross your right thigh over your left thigh and either cross them like this or bind them fully with the foot behind the calf, eagle. We'll bring the hands behind the head to support. On your exhale, crunch, pull your knees towards you, peel your tailbone off of the floor. 1, hold the crunch right here, hold it. 2, peel the tailbone up. 3, we're just doing 6. 4, hold. 5, and 6. Okay, unwind your legs, open up into split. Cross your left thigh in front this time, binding if you can fully. On the exhale, lift your head and chest, pull your thighs towards you, peel your tailbone. 1, hold it. 2, 3, big exhale. 4, you can do this, 2 more. 5, and last time. And 6. Okay, that works. Release that. Feet on the floor. Feel for the heels. Get the shoulder blades underneath your back. We're going to push the backs of the arms down and we're going to lift into our bridge. Okay, as soon as you're up here in your bridge, you can hook your thumbs under if you like a little bit of support, or you can keep your arms long at your sides. We're just going to do halfway up and down for 6. So drop the hips a very little bit, then drive them back up. 1. Drop a little bit. 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Very good. Come on down. Rock and roll the length of your spine a few times, or roll on your side and sit up carefully. We will be coming to table. Okay, and as soon as you come into your tabletop, you can start with that cat-cow action. You're arching and you're rounding. Spread your hands, knees under hips. We're going to inhale and arch. We're going to exhale and round. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. Do that again. Big inhale. And exhale. Okay, very good. Stay here. Make sure the knees are underneath the hips. Lift your knees off the mat about 1/2 inch. So we're going to pick the knees up off the mat just a little bit. You're going to hold here. Look forward. Contract your stomach muscles. We'll stay for about 30 seconds with this. Got my eye on the clock. You're halfway there. Good. Don't touch the knees down. And stay put for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees down. Very good. Send your left leg back straight. Open your left hip so that it stacks with the right hip, and then drop that left hip back downward. So we're going to play with this very small action of opening the hip and then dropping the hip. Open that left hip and drop it. Do 3 more times. drop it. And just feel that movement, bring it back to square and bring the left knee down. Bring the right leg up. Let's play with opening your right hip like you're trying to stack it and square it. Okay? And sometimes this movement is not very big, but it's still pretty intense. 3. And when we come into Warrior 3 today, which we're going to do, 4, and I say square the hip, 5, you're going to know exactly where that is. And there's 6. All right, bring that down, bring your knee down. Press your bum back over your heels for a child's pose and flip up your palms. And we'll take a moment here. If you want to roll out your wrists a little, open and close the hands, you can. Let's reach the forehead, sit right over the heels, and just get a nice stretch through your back. Breathe, relax. Big, big breath. Connect to that breath here. Okay, let's set ourselves up for downward dog. So your hands are about shoulder width apart, and fingers are forward. We'll lift the hips. We're going to look through the feet, and we're going to walk it out. And really work these heels down and bend into your toe joints. And check in. If you're in a handstand position here, push your belly back more. Look through the feet, push back. And if you have to bend your knees a little bit to do that, that's okay. I want your upper body to be comfortable and your wrists to be happy. Okay, we're going to move to Ragdoll. Step your feet wide, bend your knees, and push back with your arms. Come to Ragdoll at the back of your mat. As soon as you get into this position, give your head a shake. Bend your knees so much that your stomach is actually on your thighs. And sway a little bit from side to side. Feel your hamstrings. Pull your stomach muscles in, firm your belly, and then roll up. Roll up very slowly. Your head comes up last. As soon as you're up, make some big circles here through the shoulders. Step your feet closer together. Interlace your hands. Push out your palms. Reach right up over the top of the head. Good. You can stretch from side to side here, opening up the ribs. Very good. And then just exhale, bring the arms down. Okay, nice work. We'll come to the top of the mat. We're going to do our Sun Salutation B today. That steps us through to a Warrior 1. We'll do that nice and slowly though. Big toes touch. As you breathe in, you reach your arms up, but you bend your knees at the same time. And you look upward, you're in chair. Nice inhale here. Exhale, dive over your thighs into forward fold, bend your knees. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. So slide up your legs to half, lift up your tailbone and stick out your chest. Exhale, step back to plank. And hold your plank for a moment. See if you can tuck the tail under and contract your stomach muscles a little bit here. Look forward. And then lower your knees down and drop your chest down. You're going to inhale, lift into Cobra, and pause your Cobra. See if you can really work the shoulders back and down. Hold this. A little bit of support with the hands. Hug the elbows in tight. Breathe. Feel your low back muscles working here. And release and peel off, downward dog. Look through your feet, reach your heels down. We're going to be stepping through with our right leg first. I'm going to do it in 2 stages. I'm going to help my leg forward on this first step through. So as you breathe in, take your right leg up to the ceiling. So we'll reach it up, big inhale. And then as you exhale, you step this foot through, trying to bring it right between the hands. But if it gets stuck in the middle of your mat, put your back knee down and help your right foot forward. Your left foot goes flat on a 45, and then you bring your chest up. Our hip bones are facing forward in Warrior 1. Come in and out of this front leg a little bit. Be heavy in this front heel. In and out, heavy in the front heel. Feel that the right glute is working. Now hold it as low as you can. Big reach up through your arms. And a big exhale back to the plank. And as soon as you come into the plank, contract your stomach muscles. Maybe that means you pike the body ever so slightly to connect to those muscles. Contract, breathe. Bring your knees down, drop your chest down. Take your inhale for Cobra. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. And exhale, release back to the downward dog. Look through the feet. And we're gonna do the same thing on this left leg. Step it through slowly if you want to. As you breathe in, your left leg reaches up. And as you exhale, you try to step it through between the hands. I'm gonna land it here, put my back knee down, help my left foot, put my right foot on a 45-degree angle, bring the chest up. Reach your arms up, and let's come in and out of this front leg a few times. Heavy in the left heel. You should feel that that left glute is contracting with that. Hold, look up, reach. Big breath, exhale, hands down, step to plank, hold plank. And you tighten up the belly, contract your stomach muscles. I pike the hips ever so slightly when I do this. I feel like I can squeeze the abs more. Do that if you want to. Look a little bit forward so your neck isn't hanging. And now drop your knees and drop your chest. And big inhale, Cobra. And exhale down, peel off down dog, hold down dog. Look through the feet, push away from your own hands, bring your belly back towards your thighs. When you're ready to reach the heels down and lift up your sits bones, go ahead and do that. Find the hamstring stretch, breathe there. Big full breath. Okay, that tricky part, the stepping forward from here. Today, you're always going to be thinking about don't always step forward with the same leg, okay? So on your inhale, we look up. And as you exhale, you start moving forward. And then you step forward. Both your feet come behind your hands. Bend your knees when you arrive. Inhale to your half back. Exhale, fold back in and tuck your chin in. Big inhale, find chair pose. So we inhale, we bend our knees, we reach our arms. And as you exhale, you come to stand. Nice work. All right, let your shoulders come down, do some circles, loosen up through the arms. We're gonna begin our little sequence on each side, and we start with a leg coming forward and a balancing position. Spread your right toes. Okay, connect that right foot. Pull your left thigh up really strong. Lock your gaze. If this is challenging, you can stay here. If you're okay to twist, my right hand is going to hold my outer left knee, and my left elbow is going to start to pull back. Feel that twisting in through your ribs. You can keep the gaze forward because we're not here for very long. A nice twist through the belly. Return yourself back to center and then put a little strength in this front leg. Can you kick this leg out straight? Stand up tall and use your stomach muscles to do that. Now send this leg back for pyramid. Left leg goes back for pyramid. Okay, big inhale, reach your arms up. Big exhale, hinge at the hips without hunching. You might need to soften the knees. Keep the length in your spine, keep the hips square. We're going to float this left leg for that warrior 3 position, and I really want you to think about left hip down, keeping it square, not open. Balance, breathe. Now we're going to put this left foot back to the mat, but we're going to step it further back, landing it on the 45 for warrior 1. You've already been here today, you know where that is. Hip bones are forward, back thigh is straight, front leg bends. Draw the tailbone under a little bit. Bring the arms to goal post. Pull the arms back, squeeze your back muscles. Take your right arm under your left for eagle. Okay. Bind the forearms if possible or hug otherwise. Take your big inhale, lift up your elbows, exhale, fold forward, round your back, hug your stomach muscles in. See if you can fall inside the right knee. Feel the right hip. Take a breath. Inhale, come on back up, and open the body to triangle. So your left foot and your left hip open, your right foot wiggles inward, even off your hips a little, and right away sink into warrior two by bending your right knee. Wiggle wider, keep the knee over the ankle, push the knee outward. Look over the right arm. Relax your shoulders. Take side angle by putting your right elbow to your right thigh. Turn, look to your left arm, reach it up. See if the left arm will come over the ear, nice and straight. Try to reach that left arm over the ear forward. Inhale, bring that left arm back to the ceiling and bring the body back to warrior two. Stay low in the leg. Let's really feel the right glute here with a little bit of a pulse. Come in and out a few times. Push into that right heel and then straighten it out fully. Turn your right toes to face the side of the mat. Even yourself off here so you're nice and even and your ankles are under your wrists. Bring your hands to your hips, breathe in. And as you exhale, bend your knees a lot and tip into your forward fold. We're going to let the head hang down. You can reach for a block if you need that here, or let your hands reach for the floor. But check in that the back of the neck is long and the top of the head is reaching towards the floor here. You should be feeling a nice stretch in the hamstrings. If there's any discomfort in your lower back, I want you to bend your knees a whole lot more. We're going to try to twist without changing the position of the hips or the knees. So we stay equal balance through hips and knees. You're going to put your right hand either to the block or to the floor, and then this left arm is going to start to sweep out to the side and upward. If you want to turn the head and look towards it, you can. We're not here long. Bring it back down. You definitely feel stuck, like you don't have a lot of range. Inhale, send the right one up. Don't move the hips, don't move the knees. You do not have the same range of motion, but that's okay. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Very good. Start to turn your right foot and walk your hands towards it. We're going to come down into lizard. So we're going to keep our hands inside this right foot, and we're going to bend the right knee, and we're going to bring that left knee towards the mat. So your right foot can wiggle a bit wider here as you hold lizard. Okay, you have a lot of options. Sometimes people like to roll to the outer edge of that front foot, kind of pushing out that right knee. You can do that if you want to do that. You can find your elbows either on the block or on the floor. And there's always that option to look back, reach back with the right arm, and go for that back foot if you've got the quad flexibility in this back leg. You can add that. You just don't do it if it hurts. Take a big breath. And now let's start to think about coming back to the hands if you're not on the hands. Pulling your hips back a little bit and stepping this right foot back. We're going to take camel. We're going to take camel and we're going to mix it with rounding the back and arching the back. Your toes can turn under if you want to. Bring your hands into your low back and really support it. Fingers are kind of down. Big inhale, lift up your chest and push your hips forward. And then as you exhale, reverse the position by rounding, hug in your abs, and bring your forehead towards the floor. And then do that again. Support your back. Big inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hug in your abs, round your back. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. And a big exhale, round forward. Okay, walk your hands forward. Table. Lower the body down, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop your chest up, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Reach your heels down, lift your sits bones up. Look through your feet, push away from your hands. Breathe here. Think about your non-dominant legs stepping forward this time. You're going to inhale, look up. You're going to exhale, move forward, and step forward. Both feet come behind the hands. Bend your knees here. Slide up your legs to the half back. Exhale, fold in. Tuck your chin in. Inhale, reach up and look up. And the hands come down. Nice. Okay, let's try that flow on the other side. This time the left foot does a little twist. You spread your toes apart. Activate your arches, lock your gaze. And we start here so the belly is strong as you pull up this right thigh. Your gaze is locked. Your left hand, if you're twisting, is going to hold the outer right knee. The right elbow is going to start to pull back. And you're looking for that twist in the ribs. You can still look forward. Breathe. Feel that twist. Return it back to the center. Let's kick the leg out. Use your muscles here. Squeeze your thigh. Squeeze your standing leg. Lift your chest. Squeeze your abs. Send this right leg back for pyramid. Steps back just a bit. Reach your arms. Hinge at the hips. Feel like your left hamstrings are stretching. Soften the knee as much as you need to. Let's try this warrior 3 position. We float the back leg, the right leg, squeeze the right glute, drop the right hip. Stay balanced. Lock your gaze. Your arms are reaching forward, your leg is reaching back, big stretch there. Now start to take the back foot to the mat for the warrior 1, land it flat. You know where you're supposed to be here. Sink in, reach up, draw your tailbone under. Goal post your arms. Squeeze your back muscles, puff up your chest. Take your left arm under your right, binding or hugging. Lift your elbows, push your hands away from your face. Hug your abs in, round your back, fall inside your left knee. Stay here. Try to take a big breath and relax the left hip as you fall inside the left knee. And then inhale, rise back up and open to triangle. Back foot and back hip, change position. Left foot might wiggle in a little bit more. Even off your hips, look over your left arm. Move into warrior 2, bend this left knee. You might need to wiggle wider. Push your left knee out. We'll put the left elbow to the left thigh. Side angle, turn and look up to this right arm. Reach that arm right out of your shoulder socket. Reach it up. Now see if it'll come over the ear, staying nice and long. And then inhale, bring it back to the ceiling, and then bring the body back to warrior 2. And let's hold here, get a little burn in the left thigh. Be heavy in the left heel as you come up and down, micro move. 5 or 6 times will do, and straighten it out. Nice. Turn your left toes. Let's set up our wide angle. Take that big breath in, and then exhale, bend your knees and tip yourself over. Allow the arms to hang down, the head to hang down. Take a moment here and just breathe. Soften your knees. Make any movements that you need to. Make sure your back's happy. Support yourself with your hands however you like. We're going to try twisting without moving hips or knees. So if you've got a little bend in the knees, maintain that. Keep them equal. Hips equal. Push your left hand into the mat or into a block. Take this right arm, start to open it out to the side. You can turn your head and look to it. Don't force some range of motion you think you're supposed to have here. Just notice it. And then exhale, bring it down. And then inhale the left arm out to the side, turning the head if you want to add that. Keeping everything even. And exhale, bring it down. Start walking your hands towards your left foot. Spin your left foot so it goes forward. Wiggle the left foot wider. Hands on the inside, lizard. And once you're here, if you want to be on your elbows, if you want to push to the outer edge of your left foot, I just want you to find your breath and make sure you don't have that sensation that you're like burning in your muscles. You're really letting go. If you did make that reach back and it was okay, you were able to breathe, and then go ahead and try that. Use your breath here, the sound of the breath in and out through the nose. And if you are down on the elbows and on the outer edge of the foot, let's bring it in. Let's close that foot, come back to our hands, start to pull the hips back, and we're gonna come back to camel. If you know that when you're arching in camel that your chest is fully open and that you're okay to put the head back, it doesn't make you feel dizzy or nauseous putting the head back, you can do that. Okay, just make sure that if you don't feel like you're open across here, then don't throw the head back, okay? We'll support this lower back. Your toes can be tucked under or not, that's up to you. We'll take our inhale, pushing the hips forward, opening up across the chest. And then big exhale, hug your stomach muscles in, reverse that, round your back, bring your forehead down. 2 more times. Move with your own breath here, okay? Exhale. One more time. And big exhale. And then from here, we're coming forward to our table, and we're gonna lower ourselves down onto the mat. Nice job. And we're gonna stay here. We're gonna stay on the belly, but we're gonna scooch the elbows forward for our Sphinx. And if it's really tight, you're really gonna push those elbows forward. Okay, so just take a moment here, adding any little bit of movement that you want to. Let's just stretch the stomach muscles. Push the hips down, the pubic bone pushes down. Feel your shoulder blades come away from your ears, so draw them down. Maybe bring the chin up a little bit to start. That should just feel really good in your body, and if it doesn't, you might have the elbows too close to you. You might want to push the elbows away more. Hold opposite elbow. Tuck your chin in now. And let's roll the head from side to side. So let's take left ear, left shoulder, and then just slowly rolling to the other side. Breathing in through the back and the sides of the neck. We're going to attempt a half bow today. Okay, so bring your head up. Bring your legs in just a little bit closer together. We don't want them too wide. Bend your left knee. Reach back with this left hand and see if you can catch the outside of the foot or the ankle. And if you can't, that's okay. You'll stay bent legged on that side, reaching. Okay? Now from here, take your right arm out in front. We're going to lift the right leg as high as you can without bending the knee. We're going to lift the right arm as high as you can. And then we're going to kick into the left hand with that left foot, seeing if you can get that left thigh to come off of the floor. Okay, and if there's no connection between the left hand and the left foot, you're still trying to lift that left leg, you're still reaching back with that left arm. Hold here. Let's do a little pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more, 5, and come down. And let go of the leg. Take a breather. Give your low back a breather. If your legs feel like they're really wide again, bring them back together. And now let's set this up on the other side. So we'll support on this left elbow. We're gonna bend this right knee, reach back and see what happens. Right hand holds the outer right ankle or right foot, or just reaches. Send your left arm forward, like you're stretching it forward. Tighten your left glute. How high can you get that leg? Lift your left arm. Now kick the right foot into the hand. And let's get this right thigh to come off the mat as much as you can. Okay, the back of the neck, nice and long. Now we pulse, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, lift up, 5, holy, that's done. Take a moment, let's stack up the hands, rest the chin. Take a big breath. If you want to bend both knees and sway legs, do that. It's a lot of work in the lower back, that half bow. Might be more work than full bow. Okay, child's pose. Pull your hands, peel your body, round your back, close the eyes, and relax. I really want to get pigeon in today. It might mean we don't have a lot of time for seated poses, but I feel like making sure your hips are really well stretched out is just as important. So let's move from here into pigeon, and we will begin with the left knee coming behind the left wrist. So you drive this left knee behind the left wrist, and it should be right to the side of the mat, not in the middle of your mat. Wiggle the left foot up enough that your back thigh, your right thigh, can connect. Okay, you can take this high position to start, bringing a hand to the knee and a hand to the foot, trying to lift up through your chest and square your hips. A nice big breath here, and then come forward into sleeping. You can rest onto your block or onto your fists. And here's where you're taking all of your focus on your left glute, your left hip. And you know that if it hurts the knee, 90-90 seated is a beautiful option. So I keep my left shin parallel with the end of the mat, and I come into this 90-90 position, again bringing the chest over the calf. And as long as you're feeling your left hip right now, that's all that matters. So focus your attention and your breath there. Close your eyes. Release any tension in the face and in the neck. If there's a micro move that you want to make, whether it's an up and down or a side to side, go ahead and make that. Okay, and if you're in that sleeping variation, let's make our way back up. We're going to switch sides. So we're going to come out of this side real slowly. You can just pull this left thigh back. And as soon as you come into your table, you're going to switch. You're going to start driving your right knee to the right side of the mat. You're going to wiggle the right foot up and connect your left thigh. Okay, think about your hips feeling like they're even. When you sit up tall in the beginning here, you can really get a sense for, do my hips feel even here? Lift up your chest. You breathe into the left hip flexor here. And then release that, let it go. Come on down. If you're switching to 90-90, go ahead. Settle into this right hip. And bring your attention back to that nasal breath in and out through the nose if possible, keeping it full. Feeling like your belly expands, your lower back expands on every inhale. And really connecting to your breathing to help your body relax. Micro movements if you want to make them. Okay, and then if you are sleeping, make your way up, take your time. We'll swing our back leg around, we'll come seated. Very, very good. We're going to come to our sits bones. Squeeze your thighs so firmly that your heels might lift up. Reach your arms. Reach for opposite elbows. See if you can pull the arms back. See if you can move from side to side. This is a great stretch to check in with every day. You want to be able to keep that chin up. Nice work. And then just let that go, bring your arms down. We're going to find our way down onto the mat in bound angle. So bring the soles of the feet together. Let that inner thigh really stretch open here. And then come on down onto your lower back. You can hold the ankles and lower down with as much control as possible. And then just let the feet rest on the floor. If you want, you can bring your hands to your inner thighs. So you can get these hips to really let go here. See if these knees can fall open more. And you could also choose to maybe put the hands across the low belly. Good, and now take your arms and bring them to 90-90 on your back. Okay, so they come out to the sides, and you're trying to connect the back of the wrist to the floor. And we're going to take an inhale, rotate the hands to the ceiling. And take an exhale, bring the backs of the hands down. Good, do that again. Big inhale, bring the hands up towards the ceiling. And exhale, see if the backs of your wrists will connect to the floor. Keep your head down and your chin drawn in. Very good. Slowly bring your knees back together. And as you bring your knees back together, let's hug in. Let's take hold of these thighs. And we can rock here. You could take it to the ankles if you want to find your happy baby. Rock a little bit from side to side, whether you're at the knees, the ankles, or the feet. Nice work. And then we're going to finish up here. We're going to finish with a few breaths in lying twist. So go ahead and extend your right leg. We'll hold on to this left knee and bring it across the body. And then turn and look out to your left arm. Big inhale. And a full exhale here. Good, do that again. Fill your lungs up. And exhale. We'll roll across the back. And then we're going to switch sides. Pull this right knee in. Bring it across the body. And turn your head, look to this right arm. Close your eyes, take your biggest breath here. Good, do that again, fill up your lungs. And complete your exhale here. And then roll onto your back. And as you roll onto your back, let's settle in here. Let's set up in the same position you started in. Take up all the space you want to. Flip up your palms. Close down the eyes. And bring a little space between the teeth. And commit to just a few minutes of stillness. Okay, and you're just letting your breath flow through you. And you're keeping your attention inward. And you're noticing your thoughts as they pass by. But you're not wrapped up in them. Stay here for as long as you can today, everyone. And when you do feel like it's time for you to get up, do it slow. But don't rush.